SnapTo Camera for Construct 3 is an easy plug-and-play behavior that allows you to create Metroidvania, Zelda-like games, or any retro game in an instant. So let's get started. After grabbing the add-on from the Construct store or itch.io, drop the .c3 add-on file to your Construct editor to install it. After reloading the editor, we can open our project. To start using the SnapTo behavior, we just have to select our player. Click on Add New Behavior, selecting the SnapTo Camera behavior, and hit play. As you can see, the camera immediately treats the world as a grid based on the original viewport size. But let's say we have a room that's a bit larger than this. For that, let's create a tiled background or sprite. This will serve as our zone. Let's make it invisible and make it as big as we want the area to be. Then we'll go to the events, add a on collision with zone event trigger, and set that our player's camera moves along the zone. If we hit play, we'll see that now the camera is moving across the zone boundaries. However, if we go outside the zone, the camera is still locked on that zone. So let's fix that by adding an is overlapping zone event, then we invert it. So when the player is not overlapping the zone, we run the stop moving along action from our player camera. We probably also want to add an is moving along condition to this event to prevent it to execute constantly. And there you have it. Now it works almost perfectly. There's just a small thing that you may not notice, and is that when we collision with the zone, the camera focuses more quickly than when we transition between other rooms. So, the last thing we could add to make this a little smoother is replacing the on collision event with the is overlapping. And we add an is transition condition to check if the camera is not moving to another room. We invert that and we add another is moving along condition, but this one we also invert. In the end, we have an event that says if the camera is not currently transitioning and the player is overlapping the zone and the camera is not locked on that zone, then lock it. And to prevent the zone from collisioning prematurely with our player, we just subtract a bit of the size to make sure that our camera starts transitioning before our player collisions with the zone. And that's pretty much it. It may have gotten a bit technical on the end, but with a simple on collision and is not overlapping events, you could create the next Undertale or Hollow Knight, or maybe even the next Zelda or Metroid. If you have more doubts or questions, you can check out the complete demo example, or you can join to the official MasterPose Discord server for support. Thanks for watching and happy game development!